You might be wondering why INFJs are such a favorite target of narcissists. INFJs have a lot of great qualities like honesty, compassion, and altruism. So what makes them such a target? Here are 16 reasons this personality is such a favorite target of narcissists. First, INFJs are often very intuitive and perceptive, which makes them prime targets for narcissists who seek to exploit this natural sensitivity. Because INFJs are so in tune with their own feelings and thoughts, they may not always recognize when they're being taken advantage of or when they're being manipulated. As a result, INFJs can find themselves struggling to assert themselves and protect their own interests, which can make them prime targets for manipulation. INFJs should be aware of the signs that someone is trying to manipulate them and work to develop strong boundaries so that they can protect themselves from harm. Second, INFJs are often very independent and self-sufficient, which makes narcissists want to control and manipulate. INFJs are often very independent and self-sufficient, which can make them difficult to control and manipulate. Narcissists often see INFJs as threats to their own power, and will work hard to attract and keep INFJs as supporters. This can be done through flattery, negative comments, criticism, etc., flattery, making them feel like they're special, or by simply exploiting their vulnerabilities. INFJs should be careful not to let themselves become too reliant on others for validation or satisfaction, as this will only lead to disappointment. Instead, they should focus on developing their own strengths and abilities, so that they can be truly satisfied in life. Third, INFJs are often very loyal and protective of those they care for, which can make them vulnerable to narcissists who seek to exploit this loyalty for their own gain. Narcissists often prey on individuals who are overly trusting and vulnerable, and INFJs are particularly susceptible to this type of manipulation. Because INFJs care so much about others, they may not even be aware that they're being taken advantage of. If you know an INFJ is being abused or manipulated by a narcissist, it's important to reach out and help them get out safely. Fourth, INFJs are often very creative and innovative, which can make them difficult to understand and control. They may be attracted to this about themselves, as it makes them stand out from the crowd and make a positive impact on the world. However, this also makes INFJs a favorite target of narcissists who seek to exploit their creative abilities for their own gain. Because INFJs are so focused on their own inner world, they may not be aware of how their words and actions affect others. This can lead to them feeling overwhelmed and trapped in relationships with narcissists who use their vulnerabilities against them. If you are an INFJ experiencing abuse or manipulation from a person you know, please reach out for help. There is help available, and you deserve to get through this nightmare safely and with support. Fifth, INFJs are often very loyal to their beliefs and values, which can make them resistant to changes or new ideas. This loyalty can make INFJs a favorite target of narcissists, because narcissists know that INFJs are unlikely to leave them or their ideas behind. Narcissists may try to manipulate INFJs into changing their views or abandoning their values in order to gain the INFJ's trust and allegiance. However, INFJs will rarely give in easily, and will instead continue to stand up for what they believe in even if it means conflict. Sixth, INFJs are often very individualistic and unique, which can make them difficult to conform to social norms. They may be less likely to agree with the majority or conventional thinking, which can lead them to conflict with others. Additionally, INFJs may be more sensitive and compassionate than other people, which can make them a favorite target of narcissists. These individuals often have a great deal of empathy and understand others on a deep level, which can give them a false sense of superiority and confidence. As a result, INFJs may find themselves vulnerable to manipulation by narcissists who seek to control and exploit them. Seventh, INFJs are often very analytical and logical, which can make them difficult to understand or believe in supernatural phenomena. This can be especially true for INFJs who have a strong interest in understanding the inner workings of the mind and its ability to process information. This can make them vulnerable to being lured into believing in things like psychics or ghosts, which may not be based on any real evidence or understanding. INFJs should take care not to let their analytical nature get in the way of their belief system, as this could lead to a lot of frustration and disappointment. 8th, INFJs are often very shy and reserved, which can make them difficult to approach or communicate with others. This makes them a favorite target of narcissists who are often looking for someone to dominate and control. Because INFJs are usually so shy, they may not even realize that they're being manipulated by a narcissist. In fact, many INFJs don't even know what it feels like to have a healthy relationship with another person. This can lead to long-term consequences for the INFJ, including emotional distress and isolation. 9th, INFJs are often very introspective and self-reflective, which can make it difficult for them to communicate their needs or feelings directly. This can lead to misunderstandings or even conflict with others. Because INFJs value deep and meaningful connections with others, they may be especially vulnerable to the charm and manipulation of narcissists. These individuals often seem to understand and authentically care about INFJs, which can be a powerful tool in gaining their trust. However, if you are an INFJ and find yourself attracted to a narcissist, it is important to remember that they only see you as a means to an end. Don't let them control or manipulate you into doing what they want. Be assertive and communicative with your partner about your needs and expectations, so that both of you can have a healthy relationship. 10th, INFJs are often very sensitive to criticism and negative feedback, which can leave them feeling insecure and vulnerable. Because of this, narcissists are often able to take advantage of INFJs by critiquing them constantly and making them feel like they're not good enough. This can lead to INFJs feeling depressed and overwhelmed, which in turn makes them more likely to fall victim to narcissism. 11th, INFJs are often very detail-oriented and analytical, which can lead them to spend excessive amounts of time focusing on the negative aspects of a situation. This can be frustrating for other people who may not see the same issue in the same way, or who may not want to spend their time thinking about something that is making them upset. INFJs are also sometimes drawn to working with others, so they may be more vulnerable to being taken advantage of by someone who understands and exploits this trait.